Director of Public Works and Engineering, Mr. Hugus. You want to come on back up?
I have a hard night tonight, Paul.
You like talking to us, huh, Paul?
I just want to talk to you.
It's always paving. It is busy paving season. Paul becomes.
Paul's got a
popular
tie
guy.
on and
So,
everything.
so every December, we always have to pass the fee schedule for each year. There was an oversight in the fee schedule when it comes to timber harvesting, which I know is a subject matter that is near and dear to our heart. But anyway, the fees that are in the timber harvesting section of the fee schedule reflect what occurred back before the Attorney General's office sued the municipality to change our rules and regulations. So our fees still reflect the days of when it was deemed a conditional use application, which a conditional use application is $2,000 per application. So we've been getting some pushback from people that want to do some timbering in the municipality, and the $2,000 doesn't seem to be a reasonable fee to pay to do timbering, because administratively, there's not a whole lot to do to review the applications. Before, when we got them in, they were conditional use applications, which means they were public hearings, and with the planning commission and with the council. We had to give it to consultants to look at because of steep slopes and landslides, prone soils, which we can't do anymore. So they're pretty simple applications now, and therefore the fee should be lowered from a $2,000 down to something more reasonable. The problematic is it's an ordinance, so we'd have to advertise, get you guys advertised, authorized advertised for a revised ordinance for next month.
You have the reasonable idea?
Yeah, we've sort of been, we're, right now in the ordinance, it says there's a minor timber harvesting, which is $200, and a major timbering, which is $2,000. We probably should reduce to $50 and $100 respectively for those two fees. And the difference between the two, basically, the benchmark is 2 acres or less, or 2 acres or more. That's where you go from a minor to a
Well,
major.
Mr. Hughes, don't we still send employees out there to make sure they're doing what they applied to do?
We do send them out, yes. There's not an entirely lot that they have to inspect, because most of it is erosion and sedimentation controls, which the county conservation district gets involved also. Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of enforcement with it anymore.
Are you set on those numbers, the cost?
Yeah, I mean, when we look around the area to see what, what other communities are charging in other areas of the Commonwealth, that's pretty much what they are.
Okay.
But we have to revise the ordinance, we gotta advertise.
Yeah, so you're looking for direction on if we would approve to
Yes.
advertise it.
Do you want to change the prices? And if you do, we have to advertise an ordinance to do so.
Well, Mr. Mayor, just have Tim,
Well, we
Have
do
it
motion to
advertised.
authorize the advertise.
right,
Well, so the fees and it could be talked about between the manager and Mr. Hughes.
Yeah, and I mean, it can be left blank, and you can have some more discussion about it, and then you're gonna have to
Until
make a
they-
decision.
Yeah, we could
for next
advertise
month.
the ordinance,
Right.
and then it comes back in front of us. It'll be
Right.
at a public meeting. We can discuss it. And
We
then-
just wanted to offer you some explanation of why we need to change the,
Makes sense, yeah.
the figures.
Motion to
within the
advertise.
ordinance.
Thank you.
second,
Second, roll call, please.
Mrs. Gatos?
Aye.
Mr. Poach?
Aye.
Mr. Harvey?
Aye.
Mr. Wolfram?
Aye.
Mr. Osinko?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Paul, anything else this evening?
No, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Mr. Mayor, just one follow-up comment to that. My recommendation would be to put the numbers Paul suggested into the draft ordinance. And then from there, you can lower them, raise them, whatever council's pleasure is.
Makes sense. Very good. You got that, Mr. Little?